Have you ever wondered if there are objects in your home that may be secretly inviting evil? What if some of these things, right under your nose, are actually blocking the blessings of Allah from reaching you and your family? In today's powerful episode from Spiritual Deen, we're going to uncover 6 satanic objects that may be affecting your home and soul, and why removing them is absolutely essential for your spiritual protection. Allah reminds us in the Quran, indeed, they followed what the devils had recited during the reign of Solomon. It was not Solomon who disbelieved, but the devils disbelieved, teaching people magic. Surah Al-Baqarah 2102. These objects may seem harmless at first glance, but what lies beneath is far more dangerous. Stay with us as we uncover these hidden traps of Shaytan and protect your home before it's too late. What you learn today might change your life forever. 1. Immoral entertainment, music, movies, and more. The first object to be cautious of is something many of us have in our homes: immoral entertainment. This includes explicit music, TV shows, and movies that promote sin, normalize shameless behavior, and desensitize us to disobedience. The Prophet Muhammad warned us about this directly. Among my followers, there will be people who will consider illegal sexual intercourse, the wearing of silk, the drinking of alcoholic drinks, and the use of musical instruments as lawful. Sahih Bukhari. Much of today's entertainment quietly influences our hearts and minds. It fills our homes with lyrics and images that glorify sin, distract us from our deen, and reduce the spiritual light in our surroundings. When you allow such content into your space, you're essentially opening the door to Shaytan, welcoming his presence without even realizing it. But when you remove this media, you take a step toward purifying your environment. You begin to fill your home with the light of Iman, where peace can flourish and negativity fades away. 2. Haram items, intoxicants, gambling tools, and forbidden substances. The second category includes haram items, such as alcohol, intoxicating substances, gambling tools, or any objects associated with vice. Allah makes it crystal clear in the Quran: O you who have believed, indeed intoxicants, gambling, sacrificing on stone, altars to other than Allah, and divining arrows are but defilement from the work of Satan. So avoid them that you may be successful. Surah Al-Ma'idah 590. Even if these items are not actively used, just their presence in your home can corrupt your space spiritually. They invite Shaytan. They weaken your connection with Allah, and they create an atmosphere where sins can grow unchecked. By removing these items, you're protecting your family from temptation and signaling your commitment to a more righteous path. Your home becomes a haven of peace, a place where the mercy of Allah flows freely and where goodness is nurtured. This not only strengthens your own faith, but also sets a powerful example for your children. It teaches them that we must always choose what pleases Allah over what pleases our desires. 3. Pictures or statues of living beings. The third danger may surprise many. It's the presence of pictures or statues of living beings, whether humans or animals. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The angels do not enter a house in which there are images of living beings." Sahih Bukhari. In Islam, it's important to keep our homes free from items that could be associated with idol worship, or that may lead us, even unintentionally, towards spiritual harm. These objects can become distractions, drawing our hearts away from full reliance on Allah. They also prevent the angels of mercy from entering, leaving the home more vulnerable to the influence of Shaytan. Many people display pictures or figurines as mere decoration, not realizing the spiritual consequences. Even if there's no intention of worship, their presence can block blessings and spiritual light from entering your home. When we remove such items, we not only follow the Sunnah, but we also open our doors to the Rahmah, mercy, of Allah, making our homes welcoming to angels and inhospitable to Shaytan. Over time, the presence of these forbidden images and objects can weaken your spiritual strength, even if you don't immediately notice it. But when you make the conscious decision to remove them from your home, you're doing more than just clearing space. You're creating an environment that is pleasing to Allah. This act of purification not only invites divine blessings, but also becomes a shield, protecting you and your family from unseen evil influences. It's a simple yet profound action, a way to say, Ya Allah, I choose your pleasure over worldly decoration. I choose your mercy over materialism. When our homes are filled with the remembrance of Allah and free from forbidden images, something beautiful happens. The doors open for angels to enter, and Shaytan is forced to leave. This transforms your house into a spiritually healthy place, a home where you and your loved ones feel more connected to faith, more at peace, and closer to Allah. 4. Items associated with superstition or black magic. Another serious danger lies in objects linked to superstition, black magic, or so-called spiritual charms. Allah tells us in the Quran, but the devils disbelieved, teaching people magic, and that which was revealed to the two angels at Babylon. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:102. Islam teaches us to place complete trust in Allah alone for guidance, protection, and provision. But when people rely on amulets, talismans, or any object believed to bring luck or ward off harm, they are unknowingly engaging in a form of shirk, associating others with Allah. Even if these items appear harmless or are culturally accepted, their presence can be deeply dangerous. They distance the heart from tawakkul, true trust in Allah, and expose the home to spiritual corruption. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever wears an amulet has committed shirk." Ahmad Hassan Hadith. That's a powerful warning, because when we put our faith in anything besides Allah, even slightly, it weakens our connection to Him. It opens the door for Shaytan to enter, bringing with him confusion, anxiety, and spiritual harm. But what about those who keep such objects unknowingly? Many people keep charms or superstitious tokens in their homes, thinking they'll bring wealth, happiness, or protection. But in reality, they are inviting negative spiritual forces and unknowingly blocking Allah's blessings from entering. Removing these items isn't just a physical cleanup, it's a deep inner purification. It's a way to cleanse your heart, renew your faith, and declare your complete dependence on Allah alone. The right way to seek protection. In Islam, true protection doesn't come from objects. It comes from the Quran, from dua, from salah, and from the remembrance of Allah. When you turn to these divine sources, you are wrapped in a shield of light, the kind that no evil can penetrate. And when you rid your home of items tied to black magic or superstition, you'll feel it. You'll feel lighter, you'll feel safer, you'll feel the peace that comes from relying fully on Allah without needing anything else. Teach your family the truth. It's not just about protecting your space, it's also about educating your loved ones, especially your children. Kids may see charms, bracelets, or decorative items on TV, in stores, or even as gifts, without realizing the spiritual risks. By teaching them, that only Allah can protect, and that we should never rely on anything else. You're helping build a household rooted in pure Tawheed. You're helping them understand that relying on objects, no matter how pretty or popular, goes against our deen and weakens our relationship with Allah. Final thought for this section. In short, any item that promotes shirk by placing trust in something other than Allah must be removed. This isn't just about safeguarding your physical home. It's about protecting your heart, your soul, and your relationship with your Creator. When you remove these dangerous objects, you invite blessings into your home, drive Shaytan far away, create a space filled with peace, light, and sincerity, strengthen your bond with Allah. Cleansing your home spiritually is one of the most powerful steps you can take on the path toward deeper faith and divine protection. And when you do, you will feel the mercy of Allah descending, bringing tranquility and blessings into your life. This purification of your home is not just a physical act. It's also a deeply spiritual declaration. It shows Allah that you place your complete trust in Him, that your reliance is not on symbols, charms, or objects, but on His power and protection alone. And in return, Allah fills your home with His divine blessings. When you make this change, you will begin to feel it. A wave of peace, a sense of calm, a renewed clarity in your heart. This is the result of a space where Allah's name is honored and where Shaytan has no place. Even though these items may have seemed small or symbolic, their presence had a silent but damaging effect. Removing them brings spiritual clarity, strengthens your iman, and deepens your connection with your Creator. Allah's protection is far greater than any charm or talisman, and His mercy is limitless for those who put their full trust in Him. 5. Neglecting Islamic prayer and Quran practices. The next danger doesn't come from an object, but from something even more crucial: neglecting prayer and the recitation of the Quran. The Prophet Muhammad warned us, "Do not turn your homes into graves." Indeed, Shaytan flees from the house in which Surah Al-Baqarah is recited. Sahih Muslim. A home without Salah and Quran may appear comfortable on the outside, but spiritually, it is empty and vulnerable. Just like a body without a soul, a house without prayer loses its light, direction, and divine protection. It becomes dry like a garden without water, and Shaytan finds it easy to enter and spread his evil influence. But there is hope, powerful hope. When we establish 5 daily prayers and make Quran recitation a regular part of our lives, we create a shield of light. These aren't just religious duties. They are spiritual weapons that protect us, our families, and our homes. With every prayer, you are inviting Allah's mercy. With every verse of the Quran, you are driving Shaytan away. Neglecting these acts is like leaving your front door wide open at night, inviting danger to come in. But committing to them is like building fortress walls, strong, impenetrable, and filled with nur. The Prophet gave us the perfect comparison. A home without Salah and Quran is like a grave, dark, lifeless, and cold. On the other hand, imagine a home where the adhan echoes in the rooms, where parents and children pray together, where the Quran is recited daily, even just a few ayat. Such a home becomes a source of light, peace, and divine protection. Shaytan cannot stay in a house where Allah is constantly remembered. He seeks chaos, anger, neglect, and darkness. But when the Quran is alive in your home, he is driven out again and again. Surah Al-Baqarah, a powerful protector. As mentioned by the Prophet, reciting Surah Al-Baqarah in your home is one of the most effective ways to keep Shaytan away. Even if you can't read the entire surah at once, make it a habit to recite just a small portion each day. Let it become part of your routine, your family time, your bedtime ritual. With consistent effort, your home will be filled with angels, covered by Allah's mercy, and shielded from spiritual harm. A home that radiates faith. Neglecting Salah and Quran doesn't just impact you, it affects everyone living in your home. Without prayer and remembrance of Allah, problems like stress, conflict, negativity, and emotional distance start to grow. But when you return to these essential practices, you're inviting peace, harmony, and divine guidance back into your life. You'll see a change in your mood, in your family, in your entire home. The power of example. It's especially important to show your children the value of a Salah and Quran. Let them see you reading. Let them hear your du'as. Let them grow up in a home where faith is lived, not just spoken. A child who sees prayer in the home will carry that practice into their future. A child who hears the Quran daily will remember its peace forever. That's how we raise a generation rooted in Iman, strong, focused, and guided by Allah. But when we return to these practices, daily Salah and the recitation of the Quran, we begin to rebuild the spiritual atmosphere of our homes. We're no longer just filling time. We're filling our hearts, our spaces, and our families with the guidance and peace of Allah. And it doesn't stop with us. It's equally important to teach these habits to our children. When children grow up in a home where they regularly see their parents praying, reading Quran, and remembering Allah, that home becomes a place of learning, love, and light. These early lessons leave a deep mark. Children carry those habits into adulthood and eventually into their own homes, ensuring that the remembrance of Allah is passed down from generation to generation. Think of a home without Salah and the Quran. It's like a house without walls, vulnerable to any storm, open to any danger. But when you commit to these acts of worship, you begin to build strong walls of faith, walls that protect, comfort, and uplift everyone inside. Your home becomes a safe haven, a place of calm, harmony, and divine protection. 6. Pride and vanity, the subtle spiritual destroyers. Now we come to the sixth and final hidden danger, items that encourage pride and vanity. Allah reminds us powerfully in the Quran, "And do not walk upon the earth exultantly. Indeed, you will never tear the earth apart, and you will never reach the mountains in height." Surah Al-Isra 1737. Islam teaches that humility is a noble virtue. It's a quality that defines the righteous and brings us closer to Allah. But when we begin filling our homes with things that inflate our ego, such as designer clothes, luxury items, or decorations that showcase wealth or superiority, we unknowingly create an environment where pride can grow. Shaytan loves pride. He uses these objects to shift our attention away from spiritual success and make us focus instead on material achievements. Owning nice things is not forbidden in Islam, but the danger lies in what they do to our hearts. When these things become a source of arrogance, or when we begin to compare ourselves to others, thinking we're better, smarter, or more successful, we fall into Shaytan's trap. Imagine a person who wears expensive clothing just to impress others, or someone who buys things only to show off. That person may soon forget that everything they have is a gift from Allah. Instead of being grateful, they begin to believe that their success is purely from their own effort, forgetting the one who gave it to them. This is why the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned, no one who has an atom's weight of pride in his heart will enter paradise. Sahih Muslim. Let that sink in. Even a tiny amount of arrogance can become a barrier between a believer and paradise. That's how serious the issue of pride is in Islam. Even the smallest amount of arrogance can become a barrier between us and the mercy of Allah. It starts quietly, perhaps with a compliment we enjoy too much, a moment of comparison, or a desire to be praised. But if left unchecked, that seed of pride can grow into something that damages our soul. Another danger of pride is how it affects those around us. When we flaunt our wealth or show off our achievements, it can spark jealousy, resentment, or feelings of inferiority in others, even if we don't mean for it to happen. This creates negative energy that spreads through families and communities, straining relationships and causing division where there should be love and unity. That's why Islam places so much emphasis on checking our intentions. Before we buy something, post something, or show something off, ask yourself, why do I want this? Is it a need, or am I seeking admiration? Is this for the sake of Allah, or for the approval of people? When we remove or minimize the things that feed vanity, we naturally shift our focus back to what truly matters: our connection with Allah, our gratitude for His blessings, the moon, our commitment to doing good deeds. Islam teaches us to always be thankful for what we have, but to remain humble no matter how much we own or how successful we become. Humility opens the door to peace within ourselves and in our relationships with others. Pride, on the other hand, leads to dissatisfaction and a constant hunger for more praise, more validation, more things. But there's a simple and powerful way to fight pride. Give charity. When we give from what we love to someone in need, it reminds us that none of this is truly mine. Everything I have is from Allah. Charity not only purifies our wealth, it softens our hearts. It breaks down arrogance and builds compassion. True success is not measured by your bank account, your wardrobe, or your followers. It is measured by how close your heart is to Allah. The more we detach from materialism, the closer we draw to spiritual fulfillment and inner peace. By removing items that promote pride and vanity, we shield ourselves from Shaytan's traps. We protect our hearts and maintain a life focused on sincerity, simplicity, and the pleasure of Allah. Final reflection from Spiritual Deen. These 6 satanic objects aren't just physical items. They are spiritual barriers, obstacles between you and the mercy of Allah. But by removing them, you take a powerful step toward purifying your home, protecting your soul, strengthening your faith, and opening your life to the blessings of Allah. Every believer should strive to maintain a home that is pure, spiritually strong, safe from the traps of Shaytan. May Allah protect us all from the deceptions of Shaytan. May He guide us in cleansing our homes and our hearts, and fill our lives with light, mercy, and unshakable faith. Ameen.